Welcome back to the channel. It's the Claim Pro Insider, navigating your way into car benefits. The first product that I'm going to talk about in this series, and in this channel actually, will be what we call CTP. What that stands for, Cellular Telephone Protection. So this is a popular one I've seen where many have filed claims on. And of course, it's related to what we all have in common, with something that everybody possesses these days, which is a cell phone, right? So basically, what this benefit does is it reimburses you if your cellular phone has been damaged or stolen, right? Of course, what makes you eligible, usually, depending on the program that you have, is that you have to pay your your service provider, your wireless bill service provider, with your credit card that has the benefit, right? So let's just say, in the case of Wells Fargo, for example, you have a Wells Fargo credit card, and that credit card that you have has these benefits available, which includes cellular telephone protection. So you have to use that card to pay your monthly bill. Okay, this is what makes you eligible. And usually, you would have to pay it. You have to show proof that you did pay your bill, usually on the month prior to whenever your loss happens. So if your cellular got stolen in October 5th, 2024, that means that you have to show that you paid your bill, your service provider bill, your wireless provider. I don't know why I'm stumbling on that. Your wireless bill on the month that immediately precedes that loss date. So it would be sometime in September, right? So it has to post on your September billing statement for that account. A lot of these have a maximum benefit that you will be paid per claim. And then it also has a cap as to how many claims you can file within a certain time frame or period. So you have to keep that in mind. There's plentiful claims being filed, like I said, and people usually expect to have the claims processed without knowing what makes you eligible. And that's when the headaches start, when the people start getting upset because they didn't understand it. Why is it that my claim is being delayed and so forth? So these are some tips I'm going to give you on the cellular. If you have the cellular telephone protection on your credit card and you legitimately have had an incident on the phone where you got damaged, phone is not working properly like it was prior to you having the damage, these are the things you need to have in order. You need an estimate from a repair facility that specializes in cellular phones, okay? That's important. Please, please, please. Unfortunately, just your word alone about what happened to the phone, I mean, it helps, but it's not gonna get your claim paid. You have to get an itemized repair estimate, whether you go into the mall and go into one of those kiosks. You can go to the actual service provider store, like for example, T-Mobile. If you really want this claim paid, you need to do the legwork. You need to go there, get your phone assessed, let them write you an estimate saying how much it would cost after they look at it. Try to get as much details as you can from whoever that tech is. Look at it, tell them that you're doing this for an insurance claim and you need the assistance so they can understand what kind of paperwork you may need. Many cases I've seen where people are just sending online quotes where you go online and you basically type in what happened to your phone without anybody looking at it. You get a quote from, it's like one of those instant quotes, which is usually maybe AI that's being used in these cases. And it gives you a quote, okay, this is what happened. Okay, well, this is how much it's going to be. And some people are thinking that that insurance companies are gonna pay based on you just doing that. Anybody could just go into an online website and say that their phone is, totaled or fell into the water, whatever. Type it in, get the quote. So let's be reasonable. You cannot expect to have a claim paid, or you cannot expect for the claim to be processed in a timely manner if you're sending information like that. So please, that's the main emphasis on this video, is for you to get the repair estimate. Do the legwork, whatever it takes. Just, if you're really serious about getting this reimbursement or getting paid with your claim, you need to go to the repair shop, okay? That's number 2. So, and also, as I stated earlier, the monthly bill, the monthly statement definitely has to be submitted. And when you do submit your billing statement, make sure it's legible, make sure it's in an acceptable format. If you're sending it by email to the insurance company, make sure it's in a PDF format. Most companies can't accept PNG files, JPEG, no links. Do not send any links by email, because they will not be able to access those links or download from those links. It has to be an attachment, okay? So make sure you attach. Usually whoever the administrator, the claim administrator is, will provide instructions, on a letter, what we call the acknowledgement letter, whenever you submit a claim or call us to file a claim. So those are important things. So the billing statement for that credit card that you have covered, your repair estimate, make sure it's legible, okay? Most of these programs are secondary coverage, meaning that if you have a primary insurance coverage on your phone, these programs do expect for you to utilize the primary insurance carrier, okay? If you have, like I said, insurance on your actual device, either through the service provider or a different party, and usually that will show on the statement. Oh, and I forgot to mention, of course, you need to submit your wireless bill. Make sure that your wireless bill for whoever your service provider is put in order, and it's for the dates that we require, that the insurance company requires. So it has to be for that month that I was telling you, which is the previous month to your loss date, right? So make sure that wireless bill is legible, it's complete, it has your name, it shows the device information. That really helps, like if information is missing and nothing is matching up, this is what causes the problem. So make sure that's done. So back to the insurance, primary insurance notion, make sure that if you do have a primary insurance carrier, that you contact them first, okay? And that you see if you can file a claim with them, because what the program does, what these card benefits do, is they will be secondary to that. So if you got your claim denied for whatever reason, or let's say you were charged a deductible from your primary insurance, you can still get a deductible reimbursed to you if you file with the card benefits program. So again, make sure, and now if, let's say, to prevent any delays, if your bill statement shows you do have insurance, and you don't send anything as far as a settlement, that's going to delay your claim. They will ask you for that information. But if you don't have insurance, you simply will say that, usually the statement from you, signed statement saying that you don't have other insurance, and of course they will review your bill, your wireless bill, and verify if there's any premium for any protection other than the card benefits. So it's a good program, I think, because especially these days with our devices, very fragile. I've seen so many different cases about what's happening what happened to a cell phone. Let me tell you this. Do not expect that if you leave your cell phone, let's say you're in your house and You say you had it in the kitchen counter, it was only you, and you came back and it was just missing. I'm just telling you the stories that we hear, and you expect the car benefits program to reimburse you for that scenario. Please do not waste your time if that's what happened. If a cell phone was lost, mysteriously disappeared, one of the main exclusions on most of these programs is lost or mysterious disappearance. Do not even bother to send that in. You will be wasting your time. You will be catching a headache trying to convince the insurance company that they still should pay you because you have the program. Not so. Some programs do have flexibility as far as if there was an accidental parting with your cell phone involuntarily, so it depends on the circumstance and what you basically explain what happened, the explanation of what happened. We do review that and take that into consideration, but just a cell phone being lost and mysteriously disappearing, it's definitely not going to be something that will be covered. Okay, so I'm just being straight up with you. Do not send those type of claims in. Do not. Find another way to try to get reimbursed. You'll save time and energy if you just focus on another route of getting a new phone and so forth. But lost phones are not covered. Stolen, if it's stolen, make sure that you go and obtain a police report. The police report doesn't have to be an extensive report. If somebody stole your phone, it just needs to have the basic information of when it happened, what the model of the phone is, preferably that the report lists the type of phone it was and the narrative of what happened. Those are usually the things we look for on police reports. Nothing too crazy. So, yeah, that's CTP, Cellular Telephone Protection. Not all credit card companies are offering that. I know a few. I'm not gonna name them because this is not what this channel is about. I'm not trying to promote, certain credit card companies over others. Do the research on your credit cards. See what kind of programs they have. See if it includes cellular telephone protection, because it is something that you may need in the future to help recoup some of the money that you may lose because of a cell phone being damaged or stolen. All right, guys, so next time I will be tuning into the next benefits. I think I'm going to start off with travel benefits. Explain each one for the travel benefits that these car benefits have, which are good as well. But there are some things and some tips that I do have to tell you on, so that way you can avoid any hurdles with those. Till next time, is the Claim Pro Insider. Have a great, fabulous day. Take care.